What's up, we are back, and today, the boys in the Discord have asked for a specific video. Got a lot of support behind it. If you're not in the Discord, man, go join it up. We got 4,000 plus people in there. Become a member. We're almost at 1,000 members. Please help out the channel, and we make all the members Stubs with tons of amazing features and perks in that Discord and hidden channels. We even have a bunch of AI software running code, man. So it's crazy in there. But listen, today's video is about one thing and one thing only. Pitcher flipping to make stubs. One of the best stub making methods of the last couple of years, and this year is no different. What the boys wanted to see is me breaking down the best pitcher flip potential over the next couple of games, over the next week, whatever you want to call it, okay? So I'm going to show you guys not only who the best names are, but I'm doing this in real time. I'm going to show you how I find who the best names are. Because if you think ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for me going, oh, game by game, let me see who the best names are before the video. That doesn't help any of you guys in the future. I'm going to show you guys how I do it right now. So what I'm doing, today I'm making this video, it's Tuesday night. Tuesday is cooked, man. And listen, the best time to pitcher flip, you want to buy a pitcher 2 or 3 days in advance of their start. The reason being, I'm making this on Tuesday night. Let me find a game that I like. I'm not seeing anything good on, okay, yeah, I mean, Tuesday night, we don't really have, we have one good look at this. Tuesday night, Luis Severino pitches, and his price has probably went up. Yeah, you can see from yesterday, Luis Severino's price has jumped up already, just in anticipation of his start. So anyone that's usually a good pitcher flip, their price is already cooked by the day of their start. So we're going to look at Wednesday first. So I'm on the MLB app. There's also a website where it's in the Discord. One of the members will give it to you. It basically tells you the probable starting pitchers for the future. So I'm looking at Wednesday. Game 1, we have Kyle Freeland and Zach Wheeler. Now, Wheeler's too high of an overall to get flipped, and Kyle Freeland is trash. And trash is kind of what you want to be targeting, actually, because nobody else is investing in him, and one good game, and you are in the money. So Kyle Freeland is 92 stubs, which you must be out of your damn mind if you think that I'm going to be paying that much. Now, the reason he's this expensive, wow, this actually is not a bad pitcher flip, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Freeland, his first outing, why'd I call him trash? 6 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 2 hits, no walks. So this guy dominated in his first start of the year. And if he pitches good against the Phillies, which, let's be real, he probably won't, so I don't really love this. This is a risk it for the biscuit type one right here. I could see him going to 200 stubs with another good start, double it, or I could see him going sub 40. So there's a lot of pitcher flips that are actually like this too, where it's risk it for the biscuit. Next game we have Leader versus Green. So Hunter Green is really not even a pitcher flip. He's really just a long-term play. At this point, if the update were today, we can predict starting pitchers overalls, the formula we have for Diamond members. Hunter Green would be an 84 or 85 overall if the update were today. Wild. He had a very good first start. So I like him as a buy. Now, at this price, it really becomes a pitcher flip just because his price is way too pricey right now. So I'd probably stay away from Hunter Green, or if you're buying at 450, you have to really like him for a long-term play. Mark Leiter, no, this ain't even him, bro. It's the Rangers one. Jack Leiter has entered the stadium, and he is already priced as a bronze, so that's a bit pricey for my blood. I'm not a big fan of this. Now, his first start wasn't even great. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts. I mean, pretty mid. Now, if we look at his price trend, it's done all sorts of things. It looked like his price went up after his last start to maybe 60 stubs. So you could potentially double your stubs on this guy right here, but you know how many stubs you need to put in to actually make that profitable? Way too many. Ryan Pepio. This is pitcher flip of the week. Ryan Pepio in his first game was dominant. He was lights out, and he's facing the Pirates. And the Pirates, I'm not too concerned about them. They are currently 1 win, 4 losses. Pepio had 8 strikeouts through 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, which is all right, and only 1 walk. He also looked pretty talented. And at 224 stubs, there is risk because, listen, if he has a bad game, he's going to 180. But with a good game, I could see him pushing 300 plus. So I think Pepio is a prime example. Then we have a good matchup between Cole Ragans and Freddie Peralta. Now you can see Ragans, it's the day before his start. His price is already too high. Yesterday, his price was much, much lower than it is right now. In fact, I bought all of my Cole Ragans yesterday for 414 stubs. And you can see now it's 440 stubs, so glad I bought in advance. Freddie Peralta is the opponent he's facing, and Freddie Peralta is a very good pitcher flip as well. 420 stubs. This is a prime example of a good pitcher flip opportunity right there. Now, breezing through the next couple matchups because there's nothing great. We got Yusei Kikuchi versus Sonny Gray. Yusei Kikuchi, I say don't buy into this game. On Wednesday, we have Pablo Lopez versus Burke. Now, that Burke guy from the White Sox, yeah, he had one good start, and he's supercharged. He was supercharged, but I don't see it happening again, and his price didn't even jump super high the first time. I'd stay away from him. Pablo actually cooked himself already. Actually, his start wasn't as bad as people are saying. I don't mind it. I actually like Pablo as a pitcher flip just because the Twins haven't won a game, and they're playing the White Sox. And the White Sox haven't looked great. They're 2-2. I think the White Sox come back to reality, and hopefully Pablo puts it past his terrible spring and his mediocre first start. This could be a good pitcher right here. I actually like Pablo a lot. Then we have Mackenzie Gore, the Nationals guy. Now, you can't pitcher flip. You can't. Look at his price, man. It's so risky. He pitches against the Blue Jays, and he's coming off of 500-plus stub price. Another good start, his price will go right back up. But a bad start, and you are talking about losing a lot of stubs. Wednesday night, again, we have Jameson Taillon, trash, versus Jeffrey Springs. Jeffrey Springs is he's so good, man. He's so good. He's always a good pitcher flip, but his price is just too high right now. In fact, at this price, he's probably going to be a sell. Then we got Blake Lively versus Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease is a long-term hold and a pitcher flip, but I mean, that's a pretty solid matchup right there. We got Luis Castillo. He's quick sell, so I don't mind him as a pitcher flip, but he didn't have a very good first start. You know, it wasn't crazy, only 3.6 ERA. But we have Tigers versus Mariners. It's School versus Castillo. Really, anybody that you can buy into at quick sell for a pitcher flip isn't bad at all. So I don't mind that. Another good pitcher flip on Wednesday night. You know, I might not be able to cover all week, man. This is taking a while. You know, if you guys like this video, you know, show some support, smash the like button, comment down below. I can do this every single week, whatever you guys want to see, or every single day. I mean, I don't really care. We're not almost on Wednesday, but it's still we're pretty far in the video. Framber Valdez is a very good pitcher flip. He faces the SF Giants. Then we got a couple matchups where it's a couple randoms, and the randoms, don't overlook them. You know, there's no way I can do a breakdown of all of these randoms in this video, but like Connor Gillespie, trash overall, but like maybe. I mean, why not? He faces against Clay Holmes and the Mets. I believe it's Clay Holmes, unless that's the Yankees guy, but I'm pretty sure it's Clay Holmes. Yeah, there it is, Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes is actually not a bad pitcher flip opportunity as well. You can see his price was over 160. So Clay Holmes versus the Marlins is another guy I'd be looking to buy for sure. We got Crochet versus Eflin. Zach Eflin on Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. And he had a pretty good first start. Everything in his first start was very, very good, except for his strikeouts. The final two games, Zach Gallen versus Rodon. Stay away from Rodon is kind of my advice. I mean, I'll give him a look right here. If he doesn't have that little squiggly thing over the letter O. There it is. Yeah, Carlos Rodon, not my favorite buy at the moment. Zach Gallen, not bad. Then we have Elder from the Braves versus Snell. I'd probably stay away from that. Now, looking at Thursday, we're going to go, Thursday's not that bad. We only have a couple games. Thursday, we have some actual Randy Senzatella for the Rockies versus the Phillies. Antonio, should I know about you? We'll look him up. I mean, as a Phillies fan, I want to know the opposition. His first start, wow, he is trash. Pretend I never even looked him up. He gave up 9 hits through 4 innings in his first start. Surprisingly, 0 runs. I'm not sure how he gave up 0 earned runs with 9 hits in his first start, but that's very interesting. And then we have a debut for a Philadelphia Phillies pitcher, which smells like a good pitcher flip. Yeah, this is actually a good pitcher flip right here. Taijuan Walker, I highly recommend. I mean, this is a trash overall, and like you have to buy 1,000 of them at quick sell, but there's definitely a potential for stubs, even long-term play with Mr. Walker right here. Then we have Tanner Houck versus Charlie Morton. Not a big fan of either of those. We got Joe Ryan facing the Astros. I think Joe Ryan could be a good pitcher flip on Thursday. We also have D-backs at Yankees. Torpedo bats, no thanks, not going near either of those guys. Then we got Nestor Cortez with his 36 ERA, ignore him. And then we have Nick Lodolo. Did I say it right? If you know the lore, you know. I think Nick Lodolo could be a decent pitcher flip as well versus the Brewers. Had a pretty good first start. His price went up, but he didn't have, I think he had 1 strikeout. So his Ks per 9 was not great at all. Now looking at Friday. Friday, we're starting to see some matchups with TBD for the pitcher. It's not hard to figure it out, but it seems like this might have to be a video we have to do every 2 or 3 days if you guys actually like it. We can make it a series. I don't really care. We got the White Sox and Tigers. We got some actual random for the White Sox. Cannon. Mr. Cannon. Does he have a cannon for an arm? Jonathan. His price shot out of a cannon. No thank you. Cardinals and Red Sox on Friday. We got Fede versus Bueller. Yeah, Walker Bueller, I'm probably going to stay away from him unless I check his overall. And his overall's decent. Yeah, 70. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's check out Fede. Yeah, I mean, this one looks fine. But checking his Ks per 9 in game, he doesn't strike out many guys in real life. So he'd have to kind of have the start of his life in terms of strikeouts. Blue Jays versus Mets. We know the Mets pitcher on Friday is going to be Tyler Megill. I'm getting cooked with the pronunciation, Ben. Tyler Megill. That sounds more accurate. Tyler Megill. And I'm going to check his stats because he's got a 1.8 ERA. But what did he do in that game? Did he give up walks? Did he strike out people? First start, 5 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits. Okay, dominant first start from Megill. Good-looking price, good-looking overall. I really like Megill as a pitcher flip on Friday as well against the Blue Jays. It's a home game for the Mets. We got Verlander pitching against the Mariners. Yeah, and then really the last one we know is Martinez from the Reds. Staying away from that. Saturday, nothing crazy already, you know. That's pretty much all the names. I mean, that's the furthest we're going to go. Saturday, there's a couple names listed, but a lot of them are TBD. But that's a brief overview of pitcher flips for the next couple of days. Really, that should help you get through Friday. If you guys want to see another follow-up video, maybe I'll make one on Friday for the next 3 days after that. Make sure you let me know down in the comments down below. Smash the like and subscribe button. Peace.